Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. I know it's been a minute. It's been in a very extremely busy last 5 to 6 weeks. A lot of stuff going on in the state legislation. Obviously, we had Day on the Hill. There was also Leadership Matters. But before I get into any of that, I want to talk to you about what I personally believe is one of the most important things that we've been able to accomplish for you. I'm not going to take any credit for this. Mark Reese and Mesa Lodge 9 get all the credit for it. But I want to make sure you guys are aware of it. If you didn't see our Facebook post earlier today, you're also going to start getting a series of emails telling you about this and why it's important. But I wanted to tell you myself, so that's why I'm jumping on. I'm going to cover this, and then I'll talk about some stuff that we've already done. But anyway, so as you know, National FOP signed up with NDS. They're one of our service providers. And what they do is they do a 30-minute heart and cancer screening tests. And it covers, this is the most inclusive test you could possibly get. Your doctor probably doesn't know about half the tests unless you were to specifically ask for them. And so what we're doing is we as Arizona State FOP, we've partnered with NDS and National FOP to bring NDS screening services to you. So they're going to come to Mesa Lodge 9. It's going to be April 21st to the 25th. If you go to the state Facebook page, and when you get the email, you'll also see it in the email. There's a link there to get signed up for it. This is $2,100 worth of medical tests that you're going to only pay $300 for. And remember, you have your HSA and your FSA, and you can use that for these tests. I got to tell you, if you haven't heard the stories of what NDS has been able to accomplish just by doing these scans on officers, they have literally saved officers' lives. And I know, I'm the same type A personality guy. I'm like, I don't need to go see the doctor. I feel fine. Well, these tests, even if you feel fine, even if your doctor says you're fine, these tests can find just the smallest, minutest potential issue. And whether it ends up being an issue or not doesn't really matter. It's a matter of now we know it's there. Now we can go deal with it. So if you look at just the survival rate alone, that's all I want you to look at is if you get diagnosed late-term cancer, your survival rate is horrible. It's in single digits. If you get diagnosed with early-term cancer, your survival rate's in the 90s. I mean, it's a huge, huge difference. So, and I'm not trying to scare anybody, but the other part of this, it is a cardiovascular test. And right now, heart disease is the #1 killer of cops, right? We put a lot of stress on our bodies. We put a lot of stress on our heart. We are pumping a lot of adrenaline into our system, and then we're backing down. And then we pump adrenaline, and then we back down. That creates issues, whether you want it to or not. It's a simple fact of the matter. Okay. So I am encouraging all of you, please, please, please go find the link, go sign up, and then get to Mesa Lodge 9 and get these tests done. If it's as successful as I hope it's going to be, I hope you find the value in this as much as I believe in it and as much as Mesa Lodge 9 believes in it. If it's successful, we'll start doing it elsewhere. But I don't want you to think that you're going to have to go to Mesa every single time. We'll be happy, and I know NDS will do it too, as long as we get, a good turnout. So, please, 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 you're going to see this for the next, up until April 21st. I'm going to keep sending out emails, and we're going to keep talking about this. We're going to keep this on the front page because I find it to be that important. I think it's far more important than Day on the Hill. It's far more important than Leadership Matters. And it's far more important than what we're doing at the state legislature because this can save your life, right? The other things we're doing are great. They're important, and I'll talk about them here in a minute. But please, 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 I'm begging all of you, even if you went and you got a good doctor and they did a bunch of really good tests, this isn't going to hurt, right? Like, let's get these tests done. Let's find out that everything is really as okay as we think it is. And if it's not, let's get it fixed. All right. So having said that, I want to briefly talk about Leadership Matters because it was a massive deal. Leslie Baxley and Richard Maynor from Lodge 44 both taught at Leadership Matters. I went and I sat in on their class, more to support, and to just kind of poke the bear every once in a while because, it's what I do. But man, they did a great job. Fantastic, fantastic class, presentation, whatever you want to call it. They did fantastic. And Leslie, I didn't forget, so I don't have to do another video. So Also, just after Leadership Matters, if you didn't see the news already, Social Security Fairness, for those of you who are directly affected by it, the Social Security Administration has come out and said that they were able to get it done. Those of you who are due back pay, remember that's from January of 24. That's as far back as it goes. But if you're due that check, you're going to be receiving that by the end of March. And then if you are affected by Social Security Fairness Act, your Social Security payments will start being correct at the end of, should have already happened, because they said end of February and this is beginning of March. So, I mean, as good as the news was that we got Social Security Fairness passed, it's even better news that Social Security Administration is able to get on board and get these payments out to people who actually need them. I'm very happy that they were able to accomplish that. Day on the Hill, we met with Senator Mark Kelly. We're able to tell him thank you for his support on Social Security Fairness. Same with Congressman Ciscomani. He also voted for passing that bill out of Congress. We thanked him for that. Then we also met with Congressman Stanton and Congressman Hamadeh. So we had a productive Day on the Hill. The number one priority for National FLP right now is the Protect and Serve Act, and that is to allow the federal government to charge someone federally if they attack a police officer. And, we're still seeing just this historic surge of violence against police officers. And until somebody's willing to do something about it, I just don't know what's gonna turn the page and have us get back to a point where we don't need to introduce acts like this at the national level. At the state legislature, as you know, as state FOP, we've introduced, technically speaking, 4 bills. One's not really a bill. It's the DPS DOC pay raise. We submitted it as blank. We waited to hear what the governor had to say, and then we waited to hear what the legislation had to say. And now we are shooting for 15%, and that has passed out of committee already. So, obviously that's just the very first step. So we're still got a long ways to go on that. Our other bills, we are instituting a 24-hour rule within the Police Officer Bill of Rights. So if you are notified by your department that they want to do an administrative investigation, they have to give you all of the material that they have, and you get 24 hours to review that. Now, if you're like me and you're like, let's get this over with, I want to do this interview right now, you will have the law. We've made sure it's in the law that you can do that. So, but the standing rule will be 24 hours before they can move forward with an interview. Obviously, there are some exceptions to that because there has to be, but that will be the general rule is 24 hours. That one has also passed out of committee. Our other bill is in regards to PSPRS with the Tier 3 employees. We are seeking to cap the amount of contributions that they have to make. So the way it works right now, if you're a Tier 3 employee and you're in the 401 and your employer is paying 5%, you're paying 5%. And the way the law reads right now is if your employer decided to pay 20%, you're paying 20%, which is a massive hit to your paycheck. So we're going to try and get that capped at 9.5%. That one, I think no one seems to think that it's going to be an issue. So that one will be okay. The bill, surprisingly, that we've worked the hardest on is SB 1198. It's been through 3 or 4 different names, so I'm glad I waited to shoot this video. But SB 1198, what we're trying to accomplish there is we want to raise the felony level of killing a police canine. If you look at the way the law is structured right now, if you go next door and you kill your neighbor's cat, that's a Class 5 felony. But if you kill a police dog right now, it is only a Class 6 felony. And in most jurisdictions, that's automatically waived to a misdemeanor. It's not something I'm comfortable with. It's not something I think is correct. And I think we've gotten past the initial hurdles. We did get out of committee with the bill. We still have to put some more language into it, because everybody, once they hear about a bill, they're like, well, wait, we want our fingers in it. So we got a couple additions we're going to make. They don't affect the nature of the bill, so I'm not worried about it. And then hopefully we can get this fixed. It's been long overdue, and hopefully we don't have to talk about it after this session. So we'll see. Last but not least, and then I'm going to let you guys go because I got to get to my lodge meeting. But I want to make sure I let you guys know, March 15th, 4 p.m. at the Tucson Convention Center, yours truly is playing for the Tucson Police Hockey Team against the Tucson Fire Team. This is a 4th year in a row that we've done this game. It's a great time. You purchase one ticket, you get to stay for both games because the Roadrunners play right after our game is over. So if you're not doing anything, Saturday, March 15th, come out, see me skate, see me have a great time, and hopefully this year the Tucson Police Department can pull off the victory against the Fire guys. They're a little bit younger than us, a little bit faster than us, but hopefully we've been. I literally just got back from practice. We have been skating a lot. So hopefully that can pay off for us and we can actually snag a victory this year. So if you're not doing anything, please come down. It's a great time had by everybody. Normally, last year we actually had a crowd of almost 1,000 people. So it'd be really cool to see even more people there just to watch the police fire guys. Like we all have a blast with it. It's all in fun, but it's competitive hockey. There's some hitting out there. There's some feathers that get ruffled, but it's a good time. So if you're not doing anything, Tucson Roadrunners webpage has a link on there. And then, yeah, come on out. It'll be a great time. With that, I'm going to let you guys go. I am certain I forgot some stuff, but if I did and I remember it, I will clean it up in the next video, which I will shoot after the national board meeting and after my hockey game, because I'm going to the national board meeting, fly back for my game. So right in it'll be like March 18th, 19th-ish time frame is when I'll shoot the next one. And I'll try and clean up whatever I forgot. And I'll give you whatever info I end up getting at the national board meeting in Salt Lake. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, wonderful evening. Please stay safe. Please stay safe out there. Look out for one another. Stay FOP strong. Have a great day, guys.